Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Hi, you guys. Welcome back, and thank you so much for all the kind words and encouragement regarding my health. Thank you. I'm getting better by the day. So everyone's basically on vacation now without Meghan and Harry. Meanwhile, it's leaking out that Meghan's excessive sweatiness from the nether regions is because of the pharmaceutical drug that she's on for losing weight, Ozempic, inability to maintain control. Yeah, you heard that right. Allegedly entertainment purposes. Yeah. It's also being talked about Meghan's cognitive dissonance over her color. She does have cognitive dissonance. That's where you have two opposing views and you're caught between the two. You believe in both, and that creates this total confusion for the person. And that's her black and white. You know, she used the white status before, did everything to hide it. Now she wants to be black. That creates this cognitive dissonance in her. She absolutely does hate herself. She really does. Holding two opposing views at once, trying to love her white side while trying to embrace her black side is going to create quite a bit of mental instability and self-hatred, and that will equate to tremendous shame, which would be the Five of Pentacles. Really blown ego with self-pity and hatred and feeling much like an outcast. Where do I belong? That's why she's such a control freak, by the way. Also, what else is talked about here? Let's see. Let me carry on here. Harry's visa is being discussed here. Yeah, he has that diplomatic status. Another person did inbox me and mention that, or comment on my feed, one of my feeds on social media, that's probably why Meghan's taking Harry around with these faux tours to keep up the A1 status, because it's something that has to be done yearly. So this would be one excuse. There are some people starting to discuss, I'm not going to name names here, where part of Harry's, quote, mission he keeps talking about is to collude with politics, and they're also starting to blame Charles' involvement, as well as Queen Elizabeth colluding with it, with the encouragement. As Harry said, my Queen Elizabeth wanted me to continue. I'm just saying this like this, quote, because this is what I'm reading. And so they're not too keen on that. So upset, let's put it that way. And it's a diplomatic status, so that puts them in a dangerous position for the rest of us. Yeah, so anyways, Meghan and her odor is objectionable. Harry didn't want to kiss her all the time. A lot of mouth readers were saying, kiss me, hold my hand, yada, yada. He did on some occasions, other times he didn't. She's lost control. Also speaking about her Spanish, yep, she doesn't have clear Spanish. She's kind of all over the map. So she's not that great at it. Let's put it that way. And so she kind of lied about that history. She lied about her history, where she learned it, and so forth. And yeah, the slavery, reparations came up. Harry was expected to apologize, which is kind of ridiculous because it's way before his time. And especially when, it's not truly fitting. Let's see, triggers. Yeah, I did put out that Harry should remove himself from social media entirely if he's so triggered by what people are writing about him. And that's been mentioned on, that was mentioned on Lady C's by a comment person there, by one of her followers. And I've said it to myself many times, but just get off social media, just get off the world stage, for Christ's sake. You don't have to be on the world stage. If you want your privacy, do it. But he doesn't want his privacy. He wants secrecy, right? So, someone did get upset with me putting a tweet that, he's so triggered that he should go private. That there is no man in a gray suit protecting his reactions or the firm protecting his reactions. It is better for him. And some people are like, triggered, what's he triggered about? Well, triggered people are have mental instability. They are uncomfortable. They are unhappy because they're not getting what they want. So triggering a reaction onto other people is a way to be heard. It's also a way to get the attention, but it's done in a very dark way, very nasty, unhealthy way. So I just wanted to bring that up. I brought that up to the individual. That is mental instability. And that's what they do. That is someone who's got a personality disorder. A truly guided person who has that inner guidance and confidence in themselves isn't going to be so reactive. He's so incredibly reactive. That is not a healthy mind. That's why I was mentioning what was it, Dutton, The Wisdom of Psychopaths, written by Kevin Dutton, spoke about a treatment that was strictly for psychopaths. And that is where you hold back on your first reaction and you go to your second reaction. And that way it's a better outcome for everybody. I'm thinking, how about even maybe wait for your third reaction? Because the third reaction might be the most fair and balanced, where it's a win-win for everyone. And it might come off the most intellectual response. I took that test to the challenge for myself just recently. Someone irritated me in conversation. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do what Kevin suggests here. I'm just going to hold back for a second. I sat in silence. I didn't react. I sat in silence for a minute or two. Maybe it was even 3 minutes. I just sat there kind of quietly. My first reaction, I wanted to kind of go off or say something. And then my second reaction was far better. And then my third reaction, because I waited for the third, I thought, no. And it came out just so much better. And then there was no argument. There was no fuss. There was nothing occurred, okay? So it does work. It is effective. And you know what? Anybody can use that. Anyone can use that. Neurodivergent children are very honest individuals. They are total, speak the truth with absolutely no smoke and mirrors whatsoever, okay? They're oftentimes in a narcissistic family dynamic, they end up being the scapegoat because the narcissist parents, usually, if it's a narc parent or a narc grandparent or any narc family member or teacher or someone they have to confront constantly, they don't like the truth. It triggers them. Everybody's perfect. No, you're perfect. Everything's perfect, which triggers the narcissist. And so unfortunately, a lot of neurotypicals or people who are just into truth-telling, such as myself, oftentimes will get scapegoated. So I had to mention that too, which is sad, but that's just the way it is. So I want to read about the vacation, how they're doing on their vacation. Are they going to do anything about Meghan and Harry? Because that is the rumored situation, that they're going to handle it. Personally, I don't think they will. I think maybe it'll be up for discussion and nothing gets done. I'm starting to think that absolutely nothing's going to happen for Harry, that nothing's going to get pulled whatsoever, is where I'm feeling, to be honest. I don't think King Charles wants to. If he wanted to, he would have done it by now. Too much time has gone by. I don't think he will. I really don't think he will. So let's just get some general vibes of the family vacation. Will they mix business and pleasure? 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 Will the family mix business and pleasure? That popped. I will take it. Well, we have here they screwed up and they have a renewed interest. So they have a renewed interest. It's a yes position. So yes, they will. It's atonement. They want their own atonement, I would say. But I don't think they want them to come back. You know, they left the attachment, but they care about them. Well, they care about Harry, even though they can't trust him, because that came out in the newspapers too, that William and Catherine will never trust him ever again. It's just completely under the bridge, completely impossible. Such trust was broken. So if he comes back, it would be a shallow adventure more than likely. It is about leaving attachments and being dissatisfied, this card, and facing mountains and obstacles. I think they know Harry wants to come back, and that's the problem. That is the problem. Harry wants his atonement, but they obviously don't want Meghan with him. Let's get to the bottom of the deck. Defeated. Yeah, they know that Harry's defeated. Harry's defeated. He sure is. Okay, I'm going to pull from the next one. Challenging position of this atonement of Harry once he's defeated. Completely defeated. This is why he's not pulling his dukedom, or he can't, you know. I guess he can keep something, but he can't keep all of it. So here we go. Challenging position. Yep. The Knight of Cups. If he comes in trying to say, well, I'm so sorry, take my apology, I love you. So they care about him. They just don't trust him, even though he's turned into basically a vile human being against them, against everybody. They know he's sick. Come on, they know he's defeated. He's always been defeated. He's always been sick. He's always had emotional problems, okay? He's always been this way. So they understand him, all right? So this is why they're more gentle with him, okay? Which I keep trying to keep saying is he is still family. They still want to accept him, but it is a challenge to accept that any kind of offering or love offering or message coming in from Harry, because it's fickle moods. Knight of Cups is a very fickle person, a very fickle guy who's always going to get defeated. So they just know he's just not mentally stable. Triggered. He's triggered. I'm triggered. I'm going to leave. I'm a little boy and I'm going to run away from home now. Okay, now I screwed up. I want to come home, take my love because I'm now destroyed. See, he's always been that way. That's just, Harry has always rolled that way. That's just how he rolls. So I'll read these. Focal point. Yeah, closing the emotional door. Yeah, they have to keep the emotional door closed for themselves. So it's just self-preservation there with that Ace of Cups in reverse. And it's also platonic energy, but it's also emotional self-serving energy with that Ace of Cups in reverse. They just know that it's just never going to truly work out. It's broken. It's an emotional break that they may never heal from. They also know Harry's always been an emotionally broken individual. They always known that, basically, probably since he was a very young child, because that's a baby card too. And they're also wondering about where's the children? Where are those children? Where are those connections? We have never connected with his so-called children. Where's the invisible kids? So they don't have a lot of interest in taking Harry back for an atonement, even if he's destroyed. And they don't want Meghan and Harry together. They're gone. They're done. It would affect both of them. Even if he gets a divorce from her, they separate, they go their own ways. With Two of Cups in reverse is basically there's too much imbalances. It feels very cold and platonic at this point. We got two platonic energies here with the Two of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Cups in upright. They know he married a platonic, you know what? They always knew he'd end up destroyed, and they always knew he'd come back, and they've been waiting for it. So this is why they didn't pull anything from him. And cracking under the pressure. They know Harry's going to crack under the pressure. And it puts a lot of pressure on what do we do now? They're expecting this divorce watch, basically. This is like a divorce watch spread here. Yeah, and people are going to question, well, what? Are you going to open the door to him and take both of them back? Are you kidding me? That could actually totally destroy what they have built. And they don't want to do that. They know that do we have to lower our boundaries here if he comes back? That's lowering your boundaries here. And everyone's going to criticize them. Everyone's going to say, what? You let down the palace walls and let him come in? And it could defeat them in the process. And so they don't want that defeat. So it could crash down everything, taking Harry back, because Harry was all about crashing them down. So why the hell would you take him back? Keep the door shut. Keep the door shut with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Keep him destroyed. Who cares if it doesn't work? He wants the atonement. Well, I don't know about that because that's quite fickle. Let's go into the future. Whoa, the future. Queen of Pentacles upright. So, yeah, I think they feel that Meghan just needs to find her place where she belongs. She's just all about money and she needs to find a place where she belongs, but they don't want her. And then the women are speaking out saying, well, we're going to keep everyone in order. I was watching something else. Women do really keep the emotional, they're like emotional rocks of the family. And the women are no different in this family. They are a strong emotional rock. I know I've mentioned before, and it sounds terrible, but a lot of men have emotional arrested development of 13-year-olds, according to the CIA. His name is Andrew Bustamante. And women are the emotional strong rock of a family. They're also the ones who keep things in order a lot. So I think this is a problem here. They want to keep things in order with that Queen of Pentacles, and basically they want him to have an ideal partner. It's too bad he didn't get an ideal partner. It would be nice if he could get an ideal partner. Once this divorce watch happens, he should get someone new. And basically, she could be good in business. She can help him, you know, but we can't, I don't know, maybe he can find someone else. He was kind of looking awfully friendly with that lady in Colombia. Yeah. An ideal partner, finding her meaning in life. So he needs to find someone who's not insecure and doesn't need to be saved. It's said, I don't know, there's a lot of philosophers out there. It sounds so insulting, but I'm just going to say it. That also, it goes back to women being the emotional strong rocks of families. They're also the mothers. They're the mother of a lot of men they take on. They become their mommy. This would be Harry getting a new mommy. Is he ever going to get a new mommy? It sounds so offensive, but that's what a lot of male philosophers are saying, okay? Let's get to the feelings in the situation. Feelings in the situation. Being on vacation, business and pleasure, business and pleasure. Business and pleasure. Well, they are going to speak some brutal truths with the Page of Swords in reverse. So yeah, they will be having there won't be arguing. There's not going to be any fights going on or harsh conversations. It's just going to be talked about in a very truthful way. So that's good. And they're going to be talking truths about Meghan, how Meghan tried, he proposed to her, giving her all his money. True. That's true. Giving all Meghan his money because he thought he was emotionally helping her because I'm the lover, I'm going to help you. But yet she's my mommy kind of energy. So it's also Meghan can be read that way too. Outside influences. Yep, he took a risk. He was a fool. The fool's path. He took the fool's path and he has been coined as the village idiot. So the fearless beginning, he took that. So basically they would have to be fearless in doing so and addressing it with brutal truth. They would have to take a risk and improvise and hope that it works out all right and have faith that the universe will bless them. I think really with this, they just want Harry to find someone else and get out of the marriage. But if they did fight back, it would be a huge risk. You know, it would be a huge risk because then people are going to be like, what are you doing? I think I don't want the royal family anymore, and then questioning them and criticizing them over the situation with the Seven of Wands in reverse. They don't want to be criticized. They're trying to keep things in order. They don't want to do that because they don't want to be destroyed. So this goes back to when you help someone who's super mentally unwell and unhinged, when they're on a tower crashing kind of lifestyle, which is Harry, which is basically unexpected, taking things down, crashing things down to elevate himself. That's like that triggered individual who lashes out to people that don't deserve it. That's what a triggered individual do. That's what they do. The person they lash out at, it's not about that person, it's about them. So they know that. They know it's a huge risk, and Harry's just always defeated. And that's what a triggered person does. They don't care who they lash out at. It could be over the stupidest thing. Triggered is triggered. Triggered is sick. And Harry's sick. So they know. They understand his mind, you guys. Here we go. Dark plan. So they know that whatever they did probably would be ineffective with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Basically, they feel that Harry has an emotional block to learning anything new. He won't learn his lesson. A lot of people have said this. He will never learn. He's too stupid to learn. He's too much of the idiot, town full. He's the village idiot. And he's never going to learn. He's not smart enough. He's not educated enough to even catch on. His learning's completely blocked. And if he did act like he did, oh, I learned my lesson, it would be fake. It would be fake, and then he would break his promises, and he's too lazy. It's being lazy, cutting corners, making poor judgment, and dark plans. So they don't trust Harry. So this is where the trust is all gone. Harry's done. He's never going back. So I would say, yeah, even if they let him keep whatever it is just for sake of letting him keep it, they just know whatever he does is going to always fail. It's always, doors are going to keep shutting down on him. They don't want that door shutting on themselves. So this is really taking care of themselves energy. Focal point, the end, excuse me, the end. The end, the final call here, final call. Justice. Yeah, lawsuits, because he'll just go and he'll go to court again. And they do need to address things legally speaking. So they're waiting for a divorce. Him letting her go, or she lets him go. And that has also been said that apparently Meghan sent out to Harry, there was a huge fight, that she threatened him with divorce. And that might be why he was kind of flirting and putting his arm around that Colombian woman, was, hey, I can do it. And that was his rebellion, because it looks like they are facing divorce. So they're waiting for divorce, but they don't trust him because he just never learns his lesson. He never will. He's basically treatment resistant at this point. I don't think they find any hope in him. I don't think they want to bend over at all. So it goes back to what it's always is. They're just not going to answer the door. They're not going to take him, even though they care about him. They know Meghan's going to be lurking around the corner, that it could be a dark plan to help her if you did come in for apologies. So I don't see it happening. I think the door is going to stay slammed shut, and they will have to adjust some things legally, which is interesting. So let's get justice. Ooh. Okay, they don't want to triangulate themselves anymore. They want to be happy. And they're closing the emotional door. Put the message out. We're going to have fun. And he's out of the family. I will show you those, because that was a whole stack there I just read that was sitting in my hand. So, yeah, be careful what we say with the Three of Swords. We're not going to get involved with you and your wife and your divorce. Just do it. We don't care. It is the divorce card. It is a position of loss. They know he needs to recover after the loss. They know that he wants to come home and be welcomed back in with celebrations and fit in at home and be at home. They know that he's hurting, that he wishes he was with them. But he's out of the family because he's the family rebellion with the Hierophant, and he's very disregarding of family, so they're going to say no to him. He's the rebel against traditional rules. He will break all social rules. He will break all royal rules. He will break everything that he's told to do. He's very dismissive. He's disruptive. And it's Romeo and Juliet vibes with the Hierophant in reverse. And they know that he's all about keeping his secrets. They're gonna just need to keep his secrets, even if he gets a divorce. Can he keep his secrets legally wise? They might help him keep some of his secrets, but not necessarily bring him back in, just so that he can find the sun and the sun again, and he can seed something new. So yes, they will hide his secrets for him. That's what they're doing. They will do that. And that's been communicated with the Eight of Wands, and they need to do it quickly. But the king is going to keep his emotional door closed, and he's not going to guide him emotionally. He's not going to open himself up emotionally. He's not going to be there for him emotionally. And it has to be a situation that's manipulated. So that's what I have here. Sorry, you guys, but I think they will protect his secrets, but that is it. Just so he can start a new life, just so maybe he can find someone who's a better mate with the Queen of Pentacles, and he can take a risk. All he wants, finding someone new, after he gets a divorce here, after feeling defeated and having to heal himself. But definitely keeping the door closed to Harry, but let's just protect that aspect. Center of the deck, he's going to be burdened and he's going to need help. And the family will not open the door. The family's like, sorry, you shattered the family. The emotional door is shut. We will not be catering to you. We will not have a reunion. You will not be with our vacations. You don't fit in anymore. But we want you to find your own space in life, your own home, a new life for yourself outside of Meghan. Just find something that works for you, but it doesn't work for us. You burdened the family with the 10, and now we're starting with new energy without you. because after 10 of Wands goes up to Ace of Wands, and after Ace of Wands is we carry on with our business, our family, our passions without you, with the 10 of Cups in reverse. And he's going to have to find that for himself. He's going to have to, once he hits this bottom with the 10 of Wands and completely feeling oppressed of too many responsibilities, he's going to have to find what drives him with that Ace of Wands up right after the 10 of Wands card, and find a career, you know, find a new sexy relationship, find someone new, you know, blaze your own path after the fallout, blaze your own path, because you can't come back here. Hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.